Alright, so here's the last one. So, in summary, we have talked about maintenance fluids, we've talked about deficit, so especially kids who are dehydrated, and now we're going to talk about replacement. And I purposely picked this nasty background color because replacement fluids are generally not very appealing to think about. This is my first child, and my daughter, that is, and my husband was very upset at me for this whole disaster, and especially that I grabbed the camera before helping him to clean it. But every time you think about kids and their fluids, you got to think about what are they losing, and that's what replacement is. So it's that ongoing loss on top of what they've already lost before they come to see you. And the easiest way to do this in a hospitalized patient is to just check their eyes and nose. So this is super important in peds in every patient. So you're always thinking about what are they getting in and what are they getting out. And out can be easy or it can be very complex. So think about the things that make a little kid have outs. So here's our baby. So their lungs, if they have respiratory issues, if they're having bronchiolitis and they're really tachypnic, and you're hearing all those lovely upper airway secretions and that suction that you love so dearly. So there's some insensible loss there, which you can't find in an eyes and nose, but it's definitely important. Or this is my very sad attempt at an NG tube, right? Here's your nose, here's your eyes, here's your nose here. And you got an NG tube going to your stomach, and you're having drainage out of that, hopefully into a bag and not onto the floor. Or, unfortunately, maybe you're having some diarrhea. Poor child. We've all been there. It's terrible, but they're having some diarrhea. Or there's lots of other lines. Some of our kids are more complex, and maybe they have some ostomy tubes that they're draining. Maybe they have a couple different ostomies and they're both draining. So all those things you have to make up for to make sure that they stay balanced. Now, one mistake that I'll see is that when you calculate their total I's and their total O's, and maybe I'll switch from brown, that's not such a lovely color, you can see if they're balanced or not. Now remember, though, that I taught you that 35% of your fluids is actually insensible. So if you truly want to be net even, you got to calculate for roughly 35%. But it's always good to look through, your eyes and nose and see what's actually recorded, and to check with your nurse, right? So did this child actually not urinate, or was there something missing? It's a lot easier in a kid with a Foley than, say, a baby with a diaper, or even some of our older kids with neurologic development, for example, that maybe still wet the bed or are not able to have continence over their bladder. So always consider it, and always add it to your maintenance and your deficit, and now you're adding your replacement for whatever you lost. And that, in summary, gives you how to keep track of your fluids. Hopefully that helps, and please excuse this nasty color.